Hi everybody, it's Kiara. This is a Flosstube Extra. It is Sunday, December 29th, 2024, and this is going to be my 2025 plans. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself this year, but I do want to start all the things, and I do want to get back into cross stitching a little bit more. So number one, what I did is I put all the whips that I'm carrying into 2025 in this book, which I'm going to use as my cross stitch journal. I do have a planner. I didn't bring it in here, but I do have a planner that I just write what the days I stitch and everything. And so what I did, you can go back. Yesterday I filmed a whip parade with the 17 whips I'm carrying into 2025. And then I have some things that I would like to start. And then like yesterday, I decided to start something, which I wasn't going to do, but I was doing something, I was putting something away and something was calling to me. So I had to start it. I wasn't going to do a blessing sampler, but one has been calling to me. So I decided I am going to start that on January 1st. I will show you the pattern and the thread. I am torn between two colors. They're both reds because it's a red sampler. And then I will go through my stash eventually and I will pull a color for that. Because the intention on this sampler is something that is really calling to me right now. So I do want to start that. So let's get into it. I will show you my projects that I would love to start in 2025. But in order to do that, I have to clean out a couple of whips. So I am going to do Whip Go. Here is my Whip Go board. Whip Go is the creation of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And she pulled the numbers already. And I went over this yesterday, but I will go over it again. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull the two. This is one. And let me find the other. I don't know why it's so buried. Yep. Okay. So the two numbers, and what I did on my Whip Go board, I put a lot of the same things on here. I have a couple things on here at least twice. I have my Rosetta Featherstone on here. 1, 2. I have a bunch of stuff on here at least twice. I have that, Annie Bayliss, Bent Creek Stars and Stripes. Do I have that on here twice? Yes, I have that. There's some stuff I have on here more than once because I would like to make decent progress in it. Like Rosetta Featherstone, I'm not going to finish, but I would love the house done. And the thing I'm doing this year, it was always 100 stitches, 5 days. I'm not doing that. That puts so much pressure on me. And now working full time, I'm not going to have the amount of time. So I want to put at least 2 threads in each project for 3 days. So I have to do that for it to be considered a task. And if I finish something, I can start something. So, and to rein in some of my spending, though I did spend some money today, I can do it with a bingo. So that's where I am. If I get there, I get there. And honestly, it's just to move some projects forward. And I'm hoping that when school's out in the summer, I can do more. So the two numbers called were 11 and 20. So 11, and I put this in the spot intentionally, is my fat quarter shot temperature houses. I have all my temperatures pretty much. So I just have to do it. And this moves really fast. So my goal for this one is not the 2 threads. My goal for this one is to finish it. And I am going to try to work on this one actually a little bit today and tomorrow. My number one thing is I want to do the next top of the house. And then I might try to start November to get moving a little bit. So my goal for this one is to get it moving. And I did really good in this until mid-October, so I'd like it finished. And I don't know how I'm finishing it. So that was number 1 for my whip go board for January. And then the second thing is this one, but if I don't get the directions for this one, because I lost the color chart for this, if I don't get the color chart for this Mandalorian one, I am going to pull out my Love is in the Air and work on that, which is on my whip go board. So I'll just do this later on, and then once I get the color chart, I will move it forward. And this was a kit from Forbidden Fiber, and Forbidden Fiber's closed, so I know that I will get it. It's just a matter of waiting. So, and this is on a 14 count Aida. So I'll show you Love is in the Air also, because I can actually see a finish in this, and I'm not doing something on the pattern. Even though I showed this yesterday in the whip parade, if you didn't watch it, I'll just show it. So it's a Country Cottage Needleworks chart. I bought this from Annabella's. So I'm going to do Love is in the Air. I'm not putting the border around it. So I'm doing everything in the middle. And I've already got one snowman done and started the second one. So it's there. So I just have to do this and go up a little bit. So it's really not that much. So it'll be doable. This one is a finish because it is a small. So those are my whip go. And I only put this Love is in the Air on my board once because it's relatively easy. Let me show you the blessing sampler. It's from Etsy. It's called Little Reds, a series of schoolrooms and a good beginning. And this is it. And I saw this in the Homespun Needle Work group. It's Brenda and the Serial Starter talk about it all the time. So this is it. It's a great little group. They're very welcoming. So this is going to be my blessing sampler. And I'm torn between 2 colors, but I'm leaning towards this deeper red for this one, just because I'm in love with this. It's a Victorian Motto, Victorian Cranberry. So this is it. If I decide not to do that, I think I'm just going to go with 321. So, and it's not a very big sampler. It says in here, I will tell you, because I purposely chose a small one. It's 110 by 60. So on 28 count, the finished design size will be 8 by 5, a little smaller than that. I don't know if I'm going to do it on 32 or 36. It'll probably be on 32 or 36 because I really like those. So I just need to find a fabric for this, and I'm sure I have something I can do this on. So that's going to go there. The other thing that I would like to work on, I have all the colors, and I'll probably just put it in a bag for now. Because I joined this monthly club because I really like Sweet Wings Studio, and this is a club through the Cornhusker State Stitchers, their cross stitch up, Heartland Quilting and Stitching, I think is the name. I'll link it below, but it's the Wordy Birds. And this is on a Grace Notes fabric. I did not get the fabric, and I got the DMC myself. And I'm going to do it on a 32 count, but I'm sure I have something I can do this on. So I just have to pull some fabric. So there is that. Oh, I know what I'm going to do my blessing sampler on. We just got the Grace Notes Stitchers fabric of the month for December. It's called Gingerbread Latte. I'm going to do that on that. Problem solved. So I just have to go grab that fabric. Okay, so then there are the whips I would love. If I don't get to the Wordy Birds, that's fine. I'm not going to stress myself out. One of the things I put on my list that was calling to me is something I've wanted to do for a while, and it's been sitting in a bag because, I'll tell you why. Because I love these colors and I did them on another pattern by the Nebby needle, and I'll show them to you. And I'll show you the pattern because it's sitting on the same piece of fabric. This is Amazing Grace by the Nebby needle. So I'm using all these colors except the very light pink because I'm going to do yellow. And this goes like this. And the pattern is Hope Blooms. It's another sentiment I really like for 2025. I had a little bit of a rough December mentally. Actually, the last half of 2024 was kind of rough mentally. But I'm in a much better place, and I just love the thing of this. This is in a bag that I got from Crystal Row. She does Flosstube, but she hasn't done one in a really long time. I hope she's okay. And then I have 3 other projects. 3? Here's 2. I don't know where the third is. That's not it. Oh, this might be it. I have 3 others that I would like to do in 2025. And one is a small, so it might get done. And the first one is, these are going to be for my youngest daughter. And this is a 20 count scroll by Bestitch Me. And this is the first one. This is I Am Enough. This is by... Oh no, this is I Am Brave. This is by Emily Call. I love her stuff. So there's that one. And this was done in a variegated thread by Forbidden Fiber. This was Rio, and this was what I had left when I was done. And I only did 1 strand with this. Okay, the next one I want to do for her. And once I do the second one, I will finish them. And this one is... I don't know if you can see, it's I Am Enough. She did it in a very pale color. My daughter is 12, so I wanted to do it in something a little bit more vibrant. And this is what I'm going to do. This one on, it's also a Forbidden Fiber. This one is called Tie-Dyed. And I just like it. It's happy. And then I will finish these for her. So, and it'll go on the same piece of fabric. And this was a 20 count, so it's about 5 inches square. This even has my Q-snap in it. That probably, I might try to sneak it in on Easter break, spring break, because my daughter's birthday is in June, so I'd like to do both of them for her. So there is that. Okay, the other thing I would love to start, I have to get the threads. I had the threads at one point, and then I don't know what happened to them. Is this. I'm sure you've all seen this. This is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. I even have the fabric I got from Grace Notes for this. This is a fat half 18 count color called Bradley. I just love this. So I don't know if I'm still going to do it on this, because when I got the fabric for this, I was petrified of even weave, and now I do even weave, so I'm not sure. But I have to get some of the oh, I might have done some substitutions on this because I was going to use what I had. I have to look. I may have done substitutions for this. I'll have to lay it out one day and see. So there is that. So I would really love to start this year. And this is in a bag I got from Carrie, the Patient Stitcher. I want to give away on her channel. And I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite bags. And it's perfect for this. So the last thing I would love to start is this. I had started this and I ripped it out because I hated it. It was on a fabric I did not like. And I'm not actually sure I love this fabric, but I love the color of it, so I think I'm going to do it. I just have to decide if one of these, there's one color I'm not sure about, and it's this one right here, Liberty. I don't know how good that's gonna show up as one thread, so I'll probably have to test it, or I'll just have to pick something slightly different, or I will have to see. Actually, let me see where it goes. Let's see where Liberty goes in this pattern. It might be okay if it's where I think it's gonna be. Let's see. What's the symbol? Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Actually, I probably won't have to change it. It's in the flag and the angel wings and in the angel dress. So it's actually bordered and everything, so it should be fine. But this is Michael's Prayer from Silver Creek Samplers. This was done in, Dr. Michael Judge was someone who died on 9/11. He was from the New York City Fire Department. My husband is a retired NYPD officer who worked 9/11. So I would like to do this and hang this in my house as and in honor of all those who lost their lives and who during 9/11 and after 9/11. So I would like to start this. So those are all the starts I would like to do. One other thing that besides Whip Go and stitching, is I may introduce a daily thread for the days that I'm not stitching on something that's pre-planned. And this may start in February because I would like to do the blessing sampler in January. And the first project I think I'm going to start that with is my Jessie Watson, because this is the first ever hats sampler I did. This was a sew along hosted by Barbara, the Raspberry Stitcher. And we started this for autism awareness back in 2021. And I'm over half done with it. I found all my color changes I made. So I think I would like to do that. Because after I get through the alphabet, it's the borders and the bit and I'm all the way down here. And so it's this. It's not a lot. The house is big, but it's not huge. So I would like to do that, and then I would like to frame it because it is my first sampler. And the only other thing I am planning on doing stitching wise is in the homespun needlework group. There are people that are going to be stitching Christmas on the 24th and 25th of every month. I love that idea. I don't stitch enough Christmas because usually by that time of year that I get into it, my life is insane. So I bought this box, and I got this idea from Laura, the cereal starter, and I wanted to do this for years. So I put a whole bunch of the charts in here, and I'm going to go through this in another video. This is all the charts, and I'm going to put together some threads. Oh, my box ripped. I have to put a piece of tape on it. I got it on sale, so it's okay. So I would like to do that. I'll use this one for this year and then get another one. I'm not in love with this box. And then I have all my Prairie Schoolers. I need to kit up colors for the Prairie Schoolers because I did one and I was not in love with the colors they called for overall. So I gotta do some research and see if there's a color conversion somewhere for the Prairie Schoolers to make them. And honestly, I think number one, it's the red of the coat they use that I really don't like. It's more of a maroonish color, and they use the same one. So I want to kit up some colors for Prairie Schoolers, and just, I have this great bag from Dot Dot Goose that I put my Prairie Schoolers in. The cards, I do have some Prairie Schoolers in this box that are that thin paper, so I just wanted them in the box while I'm not using them. And I started my Prairie Schoolers with 1997. The next one on my list should be 2001. So I'm starting my Prairie Schoolers on years that have meaning to us. Like 2001, my daughter was born. 2007, my son was born. 2013, my second daughter was born. 2020, we moved to Arkansas. 2021, we moved into this house. So I'm starting on meaningful years in our lives. So that's my plan for the 24th and 25th of every month. And I will probably come back with this closer to then and go through this on my Christmas box. Because I love this idea, and I figure if I'm in a group, and I actually visit that group a lot, if I'm in a group with people, I might get it done. And the last thing I've been toying around with is I might want to, I have a Zoom account, and I was debating hosting a Zoom on a Friday or Saturday night. I don't do anything, honestly, on nights. Maybe once a month and getting together with people and chit-chatting. I don't know if that's something anybody's interested in, but I'd be willing to give it a try if anybody is. If you are, comment below. So that's all I've really got to say. I'm trying to keep all my goals very relatively low-key because I'm starting full-time work next Tuesday. I have been working 3 days a week, full days, consistently since August, but I'm taking over the position full-time, and I know my time's going to get less. I mean, I also have kids, so it gets that way. So I'm trying to be really realistic and manage my expectations. I get all these great ideas and I go gung-ho and they fall off. So I'm trying to keep things relative, like whip go. 2 threads for 3 days. I can do that. If I work on it more, great. But 2 threads, I feel like, is a realistic goal on days I'm working. And it gives me time for other things. I do lots of hobbies, so it's like I want to do everything, but I have to manage the expectations. Also, if I ever wanted to, I could probably bring it and go take my lunch break in my car and stitch in my car for 30 minutes. So that's what's going on with me. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Thanks for visiting. I hope my plan sounded reasonable to people. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing before I go. This is one of the few stitchy purchases I bought in the last half of the year. I'm sorry, it's crinkly paper, and actually, once I open it, I'm not putting it back in, so I ordered this from Hands Across the Sea, and I'm actually going to hang it in here in a few minutes. I love a couple of things that Hands Across the Sea. When you order from them, you almost always get one of these beautiful cards. And this is their 2025 calendar. And this calendar is so great. You have to watch Nicola's, but I'll show you quickly. Oh, I didn't know that. I bought myself a blessing sampler. There's a blessing sampler in here. Though this one's bigger than the one I'm doing, so not a lot, but it's 118 by 128. So I can't show you that. But here, look at this. How gorgeous is this? And the best thing is you do 6 months going one way and then you come back the other way, and here's December. How great is that? It's this beautiful calendar with this beautiful paper. So I'm gonna hang mine. It's got a little hanger here. I might hang it over here so I can look at it. Or I might hang it over there. It depends. I have to put up a command hook for it. So that's all I've got. Thanks for spending time with me. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.